Peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl Sunshine Monet L. Today is 228-1. We are finding our chokma on our had. We are finding our tahuti on our sebek. This is finding our wisdom on our ability to compartmentalize our intellectual stuff, our transformations, our ability to build and destroy, right? So as you're finding wisdom on the transformations in your space, be mindful of being too caught up in the compartmentalization, but also be mindful of being too dramatic with the transformations. And when we do that, when we find our wisdom in the transformations in our space, it brings us down to our malkuth, our earthly self. Grounding ourselves in the physical, that knowledge in our cipher, and we move in gratitude because that malkuth also brings us back up to the ketters. 1 + 0 = 1. So we have that balance of the above and below in this space. And a lot of time we like to be all up in our ketters, all up in our amethyst and our knowledge, that we forget that the malkuth does exist, or we try to do away with it or demonize it, or we don't want to embrace it. Oh, it's evil, this, that, and the third. We don't want it, blah blah. But if it was all like that, you wouldn't be having this experience the way you're having it. We have the power to, tie both together. So to, try to demonize one side, it makes it difficult to survive. You know what I'm saying? And you guys see that. When you're too far in your ketters, you're going to have a hard time in your malkuth. When you're too far in your malkuth, you're going to have a hard time in your ketters. And we see a lot of people doing that too. Being so caught up in the flesh and their fleshly desires and being in the earthly realm that they forget about their spirituality, their level of awareness, their connection with all. Because ketters is Aquarius. That's society. That's being unique and united. We are no longer in the age of melting pot. We are now in the age of being a salad, or being the individual individual thread in the fabric of life. So it's not about blending in with other people for herd immunity, the way we used to be doing with the religions and the schools and the Common Core and, families. It's like nobody was allowed to stand out. Now everyone is allowed to stand out to create a conglomerate of individuals. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just being by yourself on your own. It's being by yourself in the collective. So we need a balance. We need a balance from the 1 to the 10. We need a balance in that ketters. Okay. So we're going to take that one, we're going to put it into the month of 2. This is the month of Chokma. This is the month of wisdom. This is the month to find that balance, harmony, justice, truth, and fairness. 2 is Tahuti. 2 also deals with Taurus, that balance of what I have and how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about what I have that's supposed to affect how I feel. It's how I feel affecting what I have. And if you know, put the righteous energy in your vortex to attract what you desire, says Taurus, right? We love the Venusian energy. So we're going to put our knowledge and our wisdom together. That's going to bring us to a sense of understanding on the 3. Expression, emotions. 3 is also Gemini. That's bringing us to communication and opportunities and community. Learning how to be flexible and focused rather than being fickle is the key with the Gemini vibe on the 3. 3 is understanding. This is Bina energy. We love it here. We have a sense of understanding. So when you're in your knowledge, you're in your ketters. You're getting the download. Wisdom is exercising the ketters. And 3 is the conclusion. Once you get to 3, you're at that point where you're creating a discipline. You're creating an order. This is where religion starts to come in on the 3. Okay? But that 1 and 2 don't know good or bad, right or wrong, commandments, laws, whatever. Not until you get to that 3 and you start putting boxes on it and squares and all that stuff like that. Then we're in there with the understanding. And I think a lot of people get that mixed up because everybody wants to claim being in their ketters, but they express their ketters from a space of Bina. They're explaining it from their understanding. And those two are 2 different sephira. If you know, you know. So we're in the space of expression, creation, emotion. We're in that sense of understanding. Some challenges come in here. And then we're going to put that into the year of 1. This is the year of the ketters. This is the year of taking initiative, taking action. Aries energy, the gut that controls the mind, and everything starts with the thought, as Aries is associated with 1, and Aries is the fire in the gut, right? The motivation, the ambition, the things that get things going in your solar plexus chakra. And that's been brought to us by wisdom in our cipher, 2-0, and wisdom in our sense of equality, 2-6. Equality is all about give and take. So in this year, we're going to learn how to take initiative and have awareness of our ability to harvest. I know when I move like this happens. I know when I put my energy out like that happens, right? Right. So we're going to take that sense of understanding and we're going to add that sense of awareness to our understanding, which brings us to 4. Today is a day of Chesed. Chesed is also associated with Mayat. Here we're either in our modern day Neptune or we're in our traditional Jupiter energy that can rule over this energy. We are creating our divine law. 4 is culture and supreme mathematics. All right. Four is excuse me. Yeah, four is Mayat and a netter. And here in this space and time, you get into your divine law. What is your internal law? What is your classroom rules when people enter your vortex? Four also deals with a sense of joy. We get into internal side of the sacral chakra, and that's that law and order that before you express it out into your Sagittarius, and we love it here, right? So enjoy creating your classroom rules, and it all starts with you having wisdom of your sense of transformation. 8 also deals with power and standing on business. All right. So happy day of 4. While we're dealing with 4, and 4 is also ruled by Cancer energy, as Cancer and the Moon rule over the 4th house of home and family and nurturing. Speaking of, the Moon is in its home space in Cancer right now, being in alignment with Persepi, the star in Cancer, that it gives us perception and intuition. It could also be a star of malice, disease and disgrace as well, but also tapping into the ancestors and our spiritual realm with Persepi also. Also celestially, today we have all the planets aligned in the sky. For my sky watchers out there, you can see the lineup. This will not happen again until 2040, y'all. So if you feel that vortex opening up in your favor, go on and sit in it. Like I was telling y'all in the planetary forecast, today is a great day for water rituals, taking baths, putting your intentions in the water, intentional showers, whatever, what have you. But we in the waters today, y'all. Enjoy that on this energy of 4. In addition to that, if anybody's interested in my energy awareness course, I'm showing people how to place their astrological placements into the chakras, into the Sephiroth, into the netters. Reach out to me. That class is March 8th at 5 p.m. CST. I also have another Astrology 101 course. I believe that is March 23rd on a Sunday. And I also have, if you would like a personal reading, if you would like personalized jewelry in alignment with whatever reading you received from me, anything about that, y'all know y'all can reach out to me. I love what I do, and I love who I do it for, and I love who I do it with. So enjoy. Peace, peace. Happy Saturday.